Hello, this is Sean Marlin from Hawaii. Today we're going to go over a state pipe service proxy. Um, first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring up the wiki at the State Pipes repository, and we're going to go over here to State Pipes Proxy. So this is a client-side proxy for remote communications to State Pipes services, and we're going to do an example, a simple example of talking to an existing state pipe service from a non-state pipe service. So whether that be like your own custom UI that you want to have to manipulate that service, or maybe some other type of entity that you need to communicate with the state pipe service. So again, this is all the documentation you need. There's different methods in there that you can use. We're only going to use a couple of them, but read this wiki page for the documentation on that, and you should be good to go. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that the Docker infrastructure is already started. Um, One of the things, as you see, I already have a ping pong client project, but it's in a different directory. But that's what we're going to be creating. So I have the ping pong service. We're going to run this as the service we want to communicate with. So again, I'm just going to go over here and do the start script for the ping pong service in the run scripts directory, and we'll start that up. Um, we will go into Docker infrastructure start and copy the password and make sure that we're communicating. And voila, we are. Um, so we're going to move this to the side now. And we are going to, so I want to say make sure that you build debug for the ping pong service because that will copy the NuGets into your state pipe local um, what is it called? Package source. So let's start a new project. We're just going to go Visual Studio. I'll get it up here in just a second. Um, I'll bring that over. We're going to create a new project. Um, and we're going to do a console app. We're going to put this in the repos directory, and we're going to call this ping pong client. Okay, that's going to be the name of our solution. So we'll just hit next. We won't worry about Docker. Um, so again, it's going to create your hello world. And then let me pull that up over here. Okay, this is just the default hello world app. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go manage NuGet packages, and we're going to go browse, and we're going to add state pipes, right? And I already have that typed in. So we're going to add this one. We're going to install it. Apply. I accept. Okay, now we can close that. Work's all done there. So out of the other project, it's just I'll do this for speed. I'll copy the code that we're going to put in the program, and then I will explain it line by line. Okay, and we're going to copy that in there. Okay, we're good to go. It added the using statements automatically for us. So let's, obviously we didn't put the hello world in there, but we'll just leave it for now. So the first statement, this is something that I use because I utilize the logger that comes with state pipes, and literally that's setting this logger up. It also allows you to do a couple other things set up, but we'll get to that in later projects, but later videos. And then it creates a StatePipes proxy. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to also add, I shouldn't have closed that quickly. I'm going to go to my StatePipes private NuGets, and I am going to scroll down here to the ping pong app, and I'm going to install that. Make sure you have include pre-release versions unless you already changed the versioning on your ping pong app so that you can see it. Um, okay, now I can close it. All right. Um, so you'll see that there are no compile issues. So why do we include the ping pong app library NuGet is because we need to know what the uh, uh, first off, we're going to get the default configuration and use that bus config in order to instantiate our StatePipes proxy. The first, um, what do you call that? Parameter in the constructor is just a name. You can put anything you want in there. I just put string.empty. I got the bus config, so I know how to talk to the ping pong service, and that's what this section is right here. Excuse me, I'll highlight that. And that's literally all I had to do there. Then you'll see down here, I start the proxy, so that's when communications get initiated. But I do my subscriptions before then. Do you have to? No. But if you start it and then you do your subscribes, there is a small chance you might miss something. Um, so it's kind of always a good idea to subscribe to which events you want. By the way, one of the other things you can do with the proxy is send triggers to the service, StatePipe service that you're connecting proxying to. But again, that's all on that wiki page that I pointed you to. So what I'm doing is I'm subscribing here to the state status event, and every time it gets that status event, it's going to execute this handler. And so then after I start, literally just some code to just spin and sleep. Um, so all this application is going to do is just print out every time we get a state status event, what's the state of the ping pong app. So we can just build it right now. Um, yeah, and of course it may take a little bit of time, but it's because but okay, we're built. Now, remember, I have the ping pong service app running here in the background. Um, and actually, if we go to state pipes messages, the state status event, you see that it's changing from ping and pong, but we want this application to do the same thing. So I forgot one really important piece. Okay, again, I'm going to bring up the ping pong app. Now, for the certificates and everything that are needed in order to do the connection properly with RabbitMQ and the service, uh, we're going to copy a post-build step, and we're going to just copy the same one that's automatically generated for you when you do create a state service, but it's in here on ping pong service. So we'll go properties, we'll pull this up, we'll go to build events, and we're going to go to the post build event, and we're going to copy this. Okay, so this is so that we get the password and the certificates um, all copied over, and we're going to add that same post build steps to this client project. So we'll go build events, post build, and we're just going to paste it. Okay, so now since the last time we built it, we needed to execute again, so we'll just clean that and build, and We'll build the whole solution, and you can see the two files were copied, the certificate and the password. So now we should be able to run this, and I will bring the command window over here. You'll see it says hello world, and it started receiving the state events, and you can see it's transitioning from ping state to pong state. So that was just here, I'll stop this. That was a quick tutorial on the state pipes proxy and using it to, as you can see, easily communicate with a state pipe service from a non-state pipe service. So that's all I have for you. This is Sean Marlin signing off, saying aloha and a hui ho.